on?
Yeah.
What am I on? I'm on. Oh my God. Good morning, everyone. Yes, it's Reed, Booth, Killer Bee Guy. We got Westford here.
Hi.
Good morning. Hosh is on camera. Say good morning, Hosh. It's Sunday morning. I know. And, you know, it is cold. I mean, you said there was frost on the road.
Frost on the road this morning, frost on my car.
I mean, so yesterday afternoon, Saturday, we're in the middle of December, everyone. And I get two calls yesterday afternoon. One, we're here at this house right now. Yeah, we got bees. Yeah, we got bees. Uh, I was like, what, really? And it's like, tomorrow, we're supposed to get a foot of snow in Bisbee. A foot of snow, and it's supposed to be like 18 degrees or some stupid thing. These Africanized bees, the killer bees, are nuts. We never know what to expect from them. I mean, it's completely insane. So they sent me a picture of them, and it's a ball of bees hanging. It's a swarm of bees this time of year. Oh, this is so Africanized bees is stupid. European bees never, ever, ever such a thing. Then I get another call, and they said we have a ball of bees. I was like, oh my God, this is like it's a bee NATO. It's a bee-apocalypse. It's due to global swarming. Get it? Okay, anyway. All right, guys. So, and so they sent me a picture, like I have everybody do. And I said, well, it was where two roofs meet, right? And I said, well, I don't see any ball of bees. They said, yeah, they moved in. We can hear them in the wall. Lovely, right? So we were talking about this on the way over here, Hosh and Westward and I, and saying, and Westward, who is new to all of this, and she's learning all this, and she's going to get her hands dirty today. I didn't say stung, I said dirty, okay? She's getting all suited up, going to actually get in the ball of bees, and we'll show her how we do this. She's never seen it before. Hosh, of course, an old pro, he knows, and I've been doing it for 30 years. So, what is happening with this, and why are they swarming now? I don't know. God's sake, no one does. No one knows what the hell they're doing. Why are they swarming? This time of year, European bees would never ever do such a thing, and anyway, they are, and it still is dangerous, even though it was freezing this morning and going to be that cold. There's no way they could survive the winter. Absolutely no way. So but I told the people that both these jobs, I said they're not going to survive the winter, but you still can't risk it, the liability and the threat of them if someone was to throw a rock at them. Well, they go nuclear and sting up the neighborhood, right? They've attacked at 25 degrees Fahrenheit here in Cochise County. These guys are completely insane. And be aware, everyone, those of you that are new to this channel, to Killer Bee Guy, they're in all the lower 48 states now. They killed a beekeeper in Connecticut. All right. We had a guy on, we did a Q&A. We had a guy on from Missoula, Montana. Said they're there. I mean, it's just crazy. Alberta. They're in Alberta. So the craziness is spreading everywhere, and so we're gonna walk around back. We got our ladder, we got our tools. If you have any questions or anything, comments, please ask. Hosh is on the camera, and for now anyway, we're gonna be trading back and forth and all that and mixing it up a little bit. But we're gonna go get this swarm of bees in the middle of December. What in the hell's going on, you know? Right. So we got anybody with us on this beautiful Sunday morning?
Yeah, we got about 750 on TikTok and right now 14 on YouTube.
So, right on. Well, good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us on our little adventure, our bee adventure. Hosh is our smart guy. He's already got his net on, but no gloves. So
yes,
he's
I'll
looking
take
for
that
the treatment.
For you. I got you some rubber gloves right there.
Thank you.
And I will take that from you in a
right.
second.
And so, yeah, we're going to make sure everybody's suited up. I remember the other day where I was all the way up in the bucket truck on the tree and looked down because I got stung in the ear, remember? Yeah, it was lovely. And my net was completely fucking wide open. It's just stupid, right? So we're going to be checking each other over and make sure that everybody's kosherized here. Hosh is back there going, oh, yeah, wow, yeah. Because even though it's cold, it's warmed up to probably 35 or 40 degrees, something like that. Yeah, I know. It's just so weird because anybody that's a beekeeper out there knows this is really weird behavior. And so wherever you're from, whichever state you're from, please let us know where you're from and if you have heard of any Africanized bees in your neighborhood, or if you know a beekeeper that's had to deal with them. And because a lot of beekeepers don't want to even think about Africanized bees. I can't blame them, but they better, right? Because they're coming to a neighborhood near you soon. So crazy. Now, with the moisture that we've had and that we are continuing to have this winter, now we're only in the middle of December, but here in the southwest deserts anyway, if we have a moist winter, like a lot of snow, yeah, we get snow here, absolutely. We're a mile high. All right, well, not right here in Sierra Vista. We're about 4,500 feet, something like that. But in Bisbee, we're a mile high, and where the ranch is, we're over a mile. So we normally get 10 snows in a year, and one of them will be a foot. Now, if we get a lot of moisture this winter, which is kind of looking like we're going to, and we already have, the springtime, we're going to go nuts with these. You guys are going to be living with us. We'll be on live streaming like all the damn time. All right, so Hosh has got gloves, buckets, spray adhesive, PT, yep, and Dona. All right, well, shit, guys, let's just walk around back and see what the situation is here. On this beautiful cold thing, at least we won't get overheated, right? No heat exhaustion. So come on, guys.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Get to go see my first b-ball.
Sounds like you're going to a dance, a fiesta, b-ball.
Yes, the b-ball. I've dressed up for the occasion.
Yeah.
My finest bee suit I could find.
What's the dress attire? Thank you.
Thank you, Hosh. Yes, it's a gorgeous property here in Sierra Vista.
Wow, what a beautiful backyard. Look at this, guys. Look at how beautiful this is, everybody. We got the Huachucas over there. Oh, there they are. Look at that. Holy cow, guys, look at this. And they're already getting active even though it's cold out.
Whoa.
Check this out. You might want to stay close because of the microphones.
All right.
Check this out. This is Westward's first b-ball.
Whoa.
And look at how active they are in the sun. Look at them all talking to each other. It's like, where's the half and half?
Just on the edge of this patio on nothing?
I want 2%. No,
take it?
they're all
Sure.
having coffee. Look at them. You know what? They're doing the dance already. Look at that.
That's a good sized ball.
Yeah, it is.
That's a good sized ball right there. Yeah.
Now, of course, we don't want to piss them off and, get them all riled up yet. They're already going out foraging. Well, the bees that are going out and coming back, what they do for the queen. Here, I'm gonna set this up.
Yeah.
No, I'm double gloved. I'm just gonna stick with this because I'm telling you what to do. So, I will be applying the pesticide and that, but you're going to be putting them into the bucket.
I am?
Yes, you are.
Wow.
I know. She's got. Hey, Hosh.
Yeah.
She's excited.
Good.
What are they sticking to?
What are each other?
Each other.
They're actually sticking to each other. That is solid bees up there, right? That's a swarm of bees. They haven't had time to build any comb or anything. So they're all hunkered down right because it's really cold right now. If it was 90 degrees, they'd be spread out. It'd be twice that big. So there's 5, 6, 7,000 bees of that. We're going to name every one of them. Anyway, so before they get too riled up here, we're going to take our spray adhesive. Now, you guys know the drill, but Westward this is new for her, and she's new on the team. So we have our two things that we use, of course. So what I'm going to do, and I'm going to be explaining this to Westward what we're doing here. So we have our spray adhesive, as everyone knows. So that's like an onion.
Yeah.
All right. And if they got pissed off, they would come peeling off of that like an onion to drive off, the threat, whatever it is, right? Mm-hmm. So what we do to keep that from happening is we coat the outside of it with a spray adhesive. So this is the non-toxic spray adhesive that you guys have all seen us use 1,000 times. And we're going to coat the outside of it with the spray adhesive, and then we're going to take our pyrethrin, which is a pesticide, which when you're licensed up you can use, which is a pesticide that's made from chrysanthemum flowers, and it kills them immediately. Now, people always ask us, why aren't you going to relocate them? 2 words, hell no. That's the technical.
No.
Yeah, hell no. These are Africanized bees, and I always tell people it'd be like taking a landmine and taking it from your yard and putting it in someone else's. This is not going to happen. Also, even though, now this is the middle of December, everyone, they can't last through the winter. They can't last for very long But the liability until then is present because these are not our grandfather's honeybees. Okay, these are Africanized. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have, let's see, I'm going to get up there and give them the spray adhesive. Yeah. Oh, it is? Well, I did that for you.
I'm trying to be on today. I failed you.
Oh, there we go.
time.
I had one little spot here, so where they could get in. Lovely, huh? God, I can't even dress myself anymore.
Well, the top ones are done, but that one
Wasn't, so now it's up and under. Alright. Alright, and you already looked at yours and you're good to go. Yep.
Thank you.
So, alright guys, so everyone knows the drill here. Then I wanna, you know what I actually think I might do, because this is the non-toxic part of it, I'm gonna have you go up and spritz the outside of them.
Oh my God, okay.
Alright, so what you do is you hold it up about this far away from them,
Okay.
and you'll see when you spritz it, you spray adhesive, and you can spray the outside to seal it up so they can't just come flying out all over the place.
Okay, so just go around.
Exactly. So you want to go up and do that, and then I will go up with the pendona. Now this is again a pyrethrin. It's a pesticide made from chrysanthemum flowers.
All right, tell me when.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. Go on up.
Go time.
Go on up.
Am I closer?
All right, now, yep, you're close enough. Now just hold that back about 6 inches and spray it. There you go. And yep, spray it. There you go. Coat the whole thing really good, actually. That's perfect. You're doing great.
More?
Yep, a little bit more. Yep. Coat the whole thing. That's perfect. Okay, good. Now come down
Oh my God.
and grab that tub.
All right.
All right. Now you're going to stand over here somehow, and you want to hold the tub up, maybe over your head even. We just don't want to wreck their plants, of course. There we go. And hold that up because you're going to catch them as they drop.
I'm catching them in this.
Yep. And actually, I think that what I might
Can't
do.
reach any higher.
Okay. Well, this, you know what? I'm going to hold it right here
Okay.
because this is much better for this. So now what I do is I go inside with my pyrethrin. So we're gonna kill them from the inside out, and yes, we are killing them. They're Africanized honeybees. Genetically in the state of Arizona, they're all Africanized. It's a done deal, and anyone that says differently is being foolish. Like really. So already starting to drop, that's good. Now there'll be a bunch of them flying around, of course, and we want to grab that spray adhesive, please, and hand it to me. So we're coating them from the outside. Here we go. And then they're going to start dropping. Now all the bees that are flying around, we're going to be here for a minute, of course, because we're going to spray them down. Those are remnant bees, the leftovers from any removal. All right. So there we go. Okay, spray adhesive. So now these guys that are flying around,
Wow.
we're going to knock them down.
There's so many in there.
Isn't that amazing? That's solid bees. Now, so this is working out really well. You guys out in Killer Bee Nation land have seen us do it 1,000 times. We're just mitigating the threat. That's what we're doing. We don't want them all over the neighborhood. Now, the old days of, well, they're just honeybees, they'll leave in a few hours, you know, or you're going to hear this a lot while we're doing this. People will say, give it a couple days and they'll leave. Not anymore. We don't want to do that because, first of all, you don't know where they're going to go. Okay, if they go to the neighbors, you still have bees because they don't know fences and boundaries. All right, this is working out really well. I'm going to give them one more spritz with the pyrethrin just to make sure that they are, the ones inside are deceased. Okay, it's working out really well. There we go, they're dropping. All right, because if they go to the neighbors and set up shop, which they will, they're going to stay in the neighborhood. They're not going to go very far. Then each hive, if this turns into a hive, it goes from a swarm to a hive, that'll put out 30 new hives a year. 30 swarms. So then that's 30 more. It's just a total infestation. Now people are always, oh my God, it's so stupid. People are like, what's going to happen when you kill all the bees? Oh, for God's sake. We only get 1% of the bees that are out there. There are so many of these swarms and hives out in nature is ridiculous. And all over under people's sheds. So this is working out really well, actually, guys. Mitigate that threat. Oh yeah, this is really working well. Really working well. So now we're going to hang around for a little while the remnant bees fly back. They're going to come back to this spot or somewhere very near to it. And because that's what they know, and they work off of pheromone smells. So home is Home is where it smells good, actually, and that's usually where the queen is. So this is working out really well.
That was weirdly satisfying to watch you do.
Excellent.
Scoop 'em
Like,
down.
was that like BSMR?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So just give it a light spot. All right, now we're gonna, this is a non-toxic spray adhesive. And so anybody got any questions or anything, Hosh?
Well, how do you know they're killer bees?
That's a great question, actually, and thank you for asking. Okay, here in Arizona, when these Africanized bees first started coming in 1998, all the beekeepers, we knew they were coming. And all the beekeepers and everybody were like, what the hell's going on? I can't get near my bees, or the feral hive underneath that shed has been there for 60 years out on this ranch, and they're just meaner than hell now. What's going on? And so before that, we would send samples of all like this. We would send a few dozen of these bees to the laboratories in Tucson for testing of percentage of Africanization in the early 90s. And not just me, a lot of people were doing it, exterminators, etc. And so, we would send them, we'd send them for 5 years. We started in about 1993. In 1998, they called everyone up and said, don't send any more. They're 100% Africanized. It's a done deal. All of the feral bees you're sending now are Africanized. And it goes on to this day. And normally, if you want your bees tested now, you have to pay for it. So it only happens when, like, I have a film crew out, which has happened with the History Channel. You can go see that. It was Monster Quest. Everybody remembers Monster Quest, of course. And you can go check out, all of the bees that we've sent from the desert Southwest to the labs are genetically Africanized. It's a done deal. So that's how we know they're Africanized bees. Also, a couple other just experience talking type of deals. Here you go, Westward, if you grab onto that and set that down somewhere. Thank you. So another way that we know, everybody, that these are Africanized is European bees would never be doing this in the middle of December. It just wouldn't be happening. All right, so we're going to keep knocking down. Are they balling up out here anywhere?
They're not balling up.
Okay, they're still...
In a little bit they will, but they're actually all over the face here.
Okay, well, I'm a little nervous about the camera and this damn spray adhesive. I hate getting spray adhesive on the camera because it's so hard to get off. So this is like Elmer's in a can, and it's just... They'll see they're brand new, and they don't know what the hell happened, but they know it's here somewhere. They think the ball of bees is here somewhere. Well, it's not anymore. So we're going to give it a few minutes. These remnant bees will show up. There's always going to be remnant bees after any removal. And they are kind of like an amputated limb, everyone. You can live without your finger, but your finger can't live without you. And so there's going to be the finger up here. And so they will die off without the rest of the hive or swarm. Now, especially, it's going to freeze again tonight. So these individual bees, which are like individual cells of an organism. They're crawling up. That's all right. If you'll take that box around to the truck,
Yeah.
that'd be awesome.
Throw a lid on it.
Yeah, they're crawling. They're, of course, crawling out. There you go. Well, they're done. Thank you. So we'll brush them up. All right. So these remnant bees bees see each other like it's cells of an organism, literally. And this doesn't kill them right on the spot, of course. It drops them to the ground, and then the ants get them. So these are all individual cells flying around, and they cannot live without the rest of the organism. So they're going to die off, especially tonight. In the summer, it could take them a few days to die off, or they're going to ball up somewhere around, probably be about maybe the size of my fist at the most. But we're going to take our time and knock as many down as we can so that the people don't have to think about it. And of course, I'll explain all this to them also. So, does anybody else have any questions for us?
Yeah, do they lose their stinger once they sting?
Good question. Yes, they do. They are honeybees. They are actual honeybees. So yes, they have the barbs on their stingers, and so they lose their stingers when we get stung. They are a honeybee. They're just a genetically altered one. They're a frankenbee, is what they are, everybody. They're a frankenbee. And they were made by humans, and they were created for commerce, actually, for business. And it worked out really well because they make a shitload of honey, but man, are they a pain in the ass to deal with, and they're not nice about anything. They're meaner than hell. They're just the meanest thing in the desert Southwest. All of the ranchers and cowboys now because we do the removal for, Border Patrol, Sheriff, Police, Fire, the mines, all that shit. Everybody agrees now that these are the most dangerous things that we live with. Period. Besides each other, of course. Humans are the worst, right? Because they have killed so many horses and cows and ranchers and people, cowboys, and it's really horrible. Yes.
Do Africanized bees compete with native honeybees?
Oh my God, that's a great question. Oh, do they compete with native pollinators? Okay, there are no native honeybees here. This is a very interesting thing because honeybees are invasive to the Western Hemisphere. They don't belong here. The nice ones were called European honeybees, right? Not Midwestern honeybees or New Jersey honeybees or Southwestern honeybees. They're called European honeybees. They were brought here by the Europeans. In fact, Native Americans hated it so much they called them white man's flies. And that was the nice bees. And so at the end of our videos on YouTube, you can see we got some really cool ones like Mission Impossible we just put up on YouTube. You got to see it. It's a great vid. It was taken at an undisclosed location over here. But I will say that we do have one of the biggest military forts in the world here. And the bees on YouTube, at the end of all of like that video and other videos, you'll see a map. And it shows the invasion of European honeybees from east to west. It's really cooler than hell, right? So it starts out on the East Coast, where in like the early 1600s, when the colonists first came, they brought their hives with them, of course, from Europe. And then as the pioneers came west and all that shit, they brought their bees with them. There were no honeybees in Arizona until 1872. So yes, they pollinate with native pollinators. There are no native honeybees, but these guys are totally invasive, along with European honeybees. Africanized are 100,000 times worse because they're competitive for food source and housing, but they are just absolutely horrible, and they are killing off our native pollinators. Well, native pollinators are everything from all sorts of wasps and hornets, and includes bats and butterflies and bumblebees and carpenter bees. And we have over 1,000 different species of native pollinators right here in this area right here. It's astounding. But they are dwindling rapidly because of Africanization, because of the competition. They're absolutely horrible. Oh, that's right between my boob bees. Get it? What? That was technical. I just had to let everyone know where that killer bee
So do
was.
they migrate?
Oh, that's what they've been doing. Actually, that's how they got here. Yes, that's a great question. Do they migrate? They started off in Brazil. They were created there so that Brazil could make some money being, honey production, and it worked. Oh boy, they're really productive as hell. They didn't know they were going to be this mean when they created them, of course. And by create them, they crossbred them. It's like a cross between different types of dogs. You end up with a Chihuahua. There I am with the Chihuahua thing again. What is it with the Chihuahuas? Jeez, oh, Friday. Anyway, so they crossbred African bees with European bees to get Africanized bees. And all these are still 96 to 98% African genes. They're that strong. But that little bit of European, and that's after all those years of breeding, but it's just enough to make them meaner than shit. So they migrate, and they're in all the lower 48 states. They're in Alberta, Canada. They've been documented there. They killed a beekeeper in Connecticut. It's really horrific, actually, what's going on with these things. And of course, it drives us nuts with all the misinformation about save the bees and all that. Save which bees? These guys don't need saving. They're invasive. It's horrible. If you want to help Mother Nature, put up some mason bee boxes, right? And for mason bees, mason bees are native pollinators. These guys are not. Don't keep honeybees in your backyard. Keep mason bees,
Right.
literally.
Now they're kind of balling up.
Are they
here?
where?
Well, here a little bit, and then actually down there.
They're trying to.
On the
they're,
face.
They're like, get away from him. All right, let's take a look at it and see what we got. Sure is fun having all you guys along. Look, look at them. They're all over the damn place.
Right on.
Okay, well, this is okay. We'll bring the light over. And so when they're up against a wall like that, I just give them a light spray because we don't want them to stick to the wall. And of course, Westward is learning all of this stuff as I'm talking my head off, as I usually do. And it's a lot to absorb, so you're going to hear it 10,000 times anyway.
That's right.
But I've just been doing it for so damn long, and you guys out there in Killer Bee Nation land, if you want to get some honey, go to killerbeeguy.com and get some honey, would you please? And do it this week if you want something for the holidays, because this is a really small operation, and the drone system, the drone delivery system is down, and so yeah, if you want stuff for the holidays, please get it this week, because that's the only way we're going to get it out. And if you go to killerbeeguy.com and put in KBG, that's the initial KBG, it stands for Killer Bee Guy. Hi. The number 1, KBG1, you get 20% off your order. Yay. So go check out the site and all that. Anyway, a little plug from our sponsor. And now, back to the action. And remember, stick with us, because after this, we're going to drive to the next one. We have another one this morning. I know, it's totally weird. So we'll take a little break after we get done with this one, and then we'll be back on live in a little bit. I don't know, it's so weird.
And that one's in Sierra Vista also, right?
Yeah, it's in Sierra Vista.
Yeah.
I can't remember the address, it's around here somewhere. But it's just, for this to be happening, it's just so weird. So light dusting, and it makes them fall to the ground. So see, they're kind of, even if they do fly away, they won't fly far, they will drop to the ground. So, I realize this spray adhesive thing came from years ago when, because we take the money in the honey when we can. Well, we spray pesticide around, or even a lot of this, then we don't take the honey, of course. But if we spray it in the air, we can knock down tens of thousands of them, right? And so it really beats spraying a lot of poison around. We don't want to spray pyrethrins and shit in the air. Won't do it. But this is really working out well. We got this knockdown. Boy, look at this. It's just a few up there now. So I think I'm going to get the ladder over there without destroying the plants. Oh, that's fine. Yep, that's fine. So we just want to knock a few more down before we go and be important somewhere else. Because we're so damn good at it. Anybody got any other questions for us?
Oh, let's see. Well, I mean, people are asking, are they in my state?
Yeah, they are. If you're in a state of confusion and despair, they're there. That's for sure. No, they're actually, they're in all the lower 48 states. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. They're in Wisconsin. They're in Montana. I know, Montana. They're in Connecticut. We had that stinging incident in Manchester, New Hampshire a few years back. They almost killed that guy in Ohio. What the hell was that about, Hosh?
Oh yeah, Austin. That guy, Ripley, Ohio.
Yeah, Ripley, Ohio.
He was up there doing the tree trimming.
Doing the tree trimming and got stung like 4,000 times. And we just had an incident, a week and a half ago now, guys?
Yeah, in Hereford.
Down in Hereford. So if you look up Hereford Hell Tree, you can see the interview that we did with the guy who saved the day on that one. This guy was hanging upside down. This is a week and a half ago here. All right, and it's middle of winter. Hanging upside down for a half an hour, getting attacked. 10 minutes of that screaming. Then he went silent. They thought he was dead. He's actually alive, I think. We haven't heard for a while. I want to find out, because we'd love to do an interview with him. But go to YouTube and check out Hereford Hell Tree. And the actual interview is up with him. And then the removal that we did where I got stung on the ear. Yeah, I know, it hurt. Anyway, because I was a dumbass. But it was like 60 foot up, and we had a bucket truck and all that. So go to YouTube and check out Hereford Hell Tree, and you'll see. The one of them is the survey, and one is the removal. And it was really a beautiful morning a week and a half ago, because when we did the removal, actually it was last Monday.
Yeah, it was all foggy.
It was so foggy. It was down on the river down here. Oh, well, okay, the San Pedro River. For those of you back east and up north, it was a creek. All right. Oh, I gotta get some water. I think that we have this wrapped up, guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring the ladder over there and knock a couple more down. But if anybody has any questions, shoot them out now, because we're at the 95% level, guys.
What can be done to keep them away?
Well, that's a really good question. I get that all the time. People always ask, how do I bee-proof my home? That's, I think, what you're asking. And that is, get out the ladder and the caulk gun and caulk up all the holes. If you have sheds, build up concrete, a lip around the base, and that'll keep out not only bees, but rodents and rabbits and everything else, and snakes. But for this to happen, there ain't nothing you can do. You don't know why. There is no rhyme or reason as to why they land where they do, especially Africanized bees. We have removed balls of bees from bumpers of cars that were used daily. What the hell? They hung on as the person drove to work, 80 miles an hour trying to get them away. So they also hitchhike on planes, yeah, on trains and shit. So that's how they do that. They might move into your barbecue grill. You know, all we can do is try to get them to go to the neighbors so they can call us. Right? So we're going to knock down a few more here. It's just kind of while we're, you know, answering questions and whatnot. So I'm going to climb back up. If anybody has any questions, now or in about an hour, because we're going to go to the next one.
Yeah, so like Reed was saying, they're in all the lower 48 states. It's just a question of what the saturation levels are.
Exactly.
In the desert Southwest, it's 100% saturation amongst wild, unmanaged feral hives. 100% saturated killer bees.
Yeah, it's done deal.
Mexico, Central America is 100%.
Oh,
the
has been for
entire
years, yeah.
South American
Yeah.
continent is 100%.
Yeah.
So Georgia, you know, what's the percentage of saturation in Georgia? Couldn't tell you,
no.
but it's high.
It's high because of us out there. We talked with that. If you guys want to see a cool one, we did Eldorado Days, and we met up in Tombstone a few months ago. Hosh and I were up there, and we met a beekeeper from Louisiana.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh yeah, all of them were Africanized." He was such a character. Oh my God, he was funnier than fuck. But Georgia, I would say a high percentage of the unmanaged feral hives. Yes, I would say a high percentage.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I'm just the messenger.
Yeah. In the desert Southwest, and the Southwest in general, you're looking at very, very high saturation, 90, 100, percent saturation. And then in the South, Texas and, across the southern states, Florida, very, very high levels of saturation at this point.
Wow, thank you. So what did you think of that, Westward?
That was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's all so new for someone who hasn't done it before. It's like a whole another world, right?
Yeah.
It's like out of this realm. It's like something it's like sci-fi, And now Westward's been in a few of them with us, few removals, and a couple of hairy ones actually back at the slaughter ranch where you got stung and all that.
Yeah.
So she's fearless. She's working on it, and she's going to be with us on all the removals, many as possible now, and getting in the suit. So now when I say if you hear what sounds like a little girl screaming, it's still Hosh. Okay, it's all of us, whatever.
Hey, so how come you don't do it at night?
How come I don't do it at night? Because I need some rest, beauty sleep. Yes, no, actually, the main reason is we're too busy. That's pretty much straight it. There are two reasons, primarily. We're so damn busy in the summer now. In the spring, it's not unusual. In a normal summer, we'll get 10 to 15 calls a day, per day for removal. Not all those are actual removals. Some of them are like there are bees on my hummingbird feeder. Well, take the damn thing down tonight, right? Mm-hmm. I have had Aprils, the month of April, when it's really busy normally, where I've gotten 60 to 80 calls every single day. Overwhelming, too much, And so we don't do it at night because we're too busy, first of all, and also, now when I first started, I thought I'd be a smarty pants to do it at night, and I didn't realize until too late that they attack light at night.
Oh, right.
And so if I pulled up with the truck, actually, I remember this many years ago, and it was an actual beehive. This is a good example of a beekeeper calling me in the 90s and saying, come and get these damn things. My bees went rogue, or completely insane. And so I went out, it was right on the corner of Frontier Road and Double Adobe. And so I went out and I parked the truck. I'm going to be a smarty pants to do it at night. Ho, ho, I'm a genius. And I pulled up with the headlamps on. They came out and attacked the headlamps with such ferocity. I couldn't see. It was pitch black. I covered them completely. You got 100,000 bees, this thick on headlamps. Just covered them up. It was pitch black anyway. I was like, oh, that didn't work out too well. And so I tried it a few more times, like holding a flashlight. Holy shit! I just attacked the hell out of the flashlight in my hand. And so that's the two reasons. They attack light at night. You still got to be able to see what you're doing. And we're too busy. All right, so good question though. Thank you for asking. Absolutely, sure, it's fun having you guys along with us. Thank you so much for coming with us in our antics and our shenanigans. I mean, God, you never know what the hell we're gonna get into around here. We have some really fun shit that we put up on TikTok lately too. Oh my God. Oh, the faces you can make on TikTok. What do they call them? Filters?
Yeah.
No, for fuck. They're just ridiculous. You got to see the filter that we did. It's ridiculous with the primate thing, the monkey thing. You got to see it.
We have a YouTube short of that too.
Oh, it's up on YouTube. That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, Westward is editing for YouTube, and Hosh is pretty much working on TikTok, and I'm just lounging in the chaise lounge out by the pool. Oh, get to work.
Yeah.
Peel the fucking grapes. What?
Right in between the jacuzzi and the pool. Right
In between
there.
the two, yeah, that little spot right there's mine. Just that little, that little tiny spot right. It's freezing cold right now. So anyway, and check out our pinned vids on TikTok because they'll answer a lot of questions for you. There's a really good one about invasive species, and it's like save the honeybees or no, well save the bees, right? Which ones? And it's a really good vid. Anyway, check that shit out. So yeah, let's go ahead and wrap it up for now. Any other pertinent questions?
No, I think that's about it.
All right,
Yeah.
guys. Thank you so much. Big adventure. We're going to be back in within the hour. All right, with another live stream, both YouTube and TikTok. Thank you so much for coming. Go to YouTube and watch those vids. The full-length vids are on YouTube. The shorts are on TikTok, as you guys well know. We got a bunch of shit coming up this winter, though, like classes that I'm going to be teaching. And community events where we're going to be talking about bees, and also what we're going to do, we're going to do some shit where we're going to go to the art museum, the art car museum in Douglas, and do a tour of that. Oh my God, it's really the coolest thing. Look it up online first, so when we do the tour, you'll be ready. The art car museum in Douglas, Arizona, cooler than shit. I mean, really awesome stuff. And other stuff that we're going to be doing, you know, semi-bee related ways include bees and everything. It's in our blood, especially the venom. So we love you guys. Stay tuned. In about an hour, we'll see you.
Yeah.
Say goodbye.
See you soon.
Say goodbye. Hosh. Bye, guys. We love you.
A lot of people on there, Reed.
A lot of people.
Thank you for filming today.
Yeah.
I'm going to do another spritz up here with these guys.
What did we do with all